This video, I'm shocked. I've never made this video before. This is a first time video on this channel. This video I should have made way last year, but I'm doing it now because off-season content is kind of in August. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Just Jake Reviews. I review albums, movies, and sports games, and today the heater's back on behind me. If it's loud, I have to talk loud so you guys can hear me. Today we're back on another video, and yeah, we are doing a video that I thought I did before. This video I literally, well, I didn't think I did it before. I was shocked that I haven't done it yet, because this video feels like a 2025 Jacob or 2025 Just Jake Reviews video. Like the first year of my channel, this seems like a video I would make at that time because I was still getting into, I was still getting used to YouTube and all that. So yeah, but I'm making it now because once again, after the countdown, August content is going to be kind of slow. I actually have a few more videos planned. Obviously Movie Madness, obviously the preseason content, obviously, and then there's one more video that's coming out probably next week. But besides that, today's video, we are going to be ranking every single Eminem album from worst to best, in my opinion. He has 12 albums, 12 to 1, Slim Shady LP, all the way down to Death of Slim Shady. And yeah, so I have no clue how long this will be. The first videos on my channel, the first few videos on my channel are Eminem album rankings or Eminem album reviews. I reviewed Music to Be Murdered By, I reviewed Kamikaze, and I reviewed Relapse. But yeah, this is basically just gonna be, kind of an easy video. I kind of know, I have nothing written down beside my ranking. I have no, what to say about every single album down because I know every single album off the top of my head. I've heard every single album like 5 or 6 times. But yeah, no clue how long this will be. I'm swinging back and forth, so that's why I'm like, whoa, I'm getting really close to the camera. I'll try to do that though. But yeah, 12 to 1, worst to best. You guys know me. I have a lot of hot takes and opinions. That's why I make videos talking about ranking stuff, because my opinions are not similar to other people's. Like, who else has, TASM 2 in their top 3 Spider-Man movies? No one else but me. That's what I thought. So, let's hop right into it, shall we? Yeah, 12 to 1, worst to best. Just gonna basically talk about the album, talk about some songs I like, some songs I don't like, favorite things about the album, and all that. So, let's talk right into it. Let's get right into it, shall we? All right, number 12, the worst Eminem album. This should be no surprise to anybody. This is an opinion that will not be different forever. Every single person has this album last, and it's because it is the worst Eminem album, and it's not an opinion at all. Number 12, it's Revival. Let's just get out of the way. It's Revival. Yeah, nothing else to be said there. It's not really an opinion. It's just the truth. Revival sucks asshole. It should be no surprise to my channel that Eminem is my favorite artist of all time when it comes to music. But I will admit I'm not a biased fan at all, unlike some fan bases. I will admit when my GOAT does something bad. And Revival is something bad, something pretty bad actually. Holy shit, this album's awful. This album has some of his worst songs to date. Remind Me, Believe, Bad Husband, Chloroseptic, Untouchable. I can keep going on and on. Heat's not good. Offended is not good. I can keep going on and on with that. I think I just named, 7 or 8 songs? Yeah. But even though this album's a complete shitter, this album has some high parts to it. For example, Castle in a Rose, the outro, so good. Castle is one of his best songs of all time. Absolutely incredible song. I love the storytelling of how those two songs go together, and the story of basically him writing letters to Haley, and the song starts with her being born, and the song ends with him overdosing, and that's when the whole A Rose song starts, is him overdosing and him basically dying. Very emotional song, love it. In Your Head, underrated song. He sampled Zombie by the Cranberries, and it was done pretty well. This song can go either way for some people. I really enjoy River with Ed Sheeran. I think it's a solid pop rap song. Ed Sheeran on the song is pretty good chorus. And then Framed. Framed is great. A song about murder. Framed is awesome. Love the one-liners in that song. Revival just fucking sucks. it's just bad. Let's move on. Oh, actually, fun fact. So going back to those early Just Jake Reviews videos where I was ranking or I was reviewing the Eminem albums, I picked out 3. My Relapse review on my channel, which is the first big video of mine, the first video that got a lot of views. Thank you for that. That video was not originally going to be made. My initial thoughts for those videos was I was supposed to do MTBMB, which I did. I was going to do Kamikaze, which I did. And I was going to do Revival. I was going to do Revival because I wanted to make an album review where I just shit on the whole album the whole time. I was going to shit on the entire album the whole time. Because I was thinking, I was like, you know, since I'm going to be doing album reviews for my channel, I have to make one bad album review, so I'll do Revival. I filmed the video. I filmed the entire video. Video was done. I filmed it. This is before I used Adobe Premiere to edit my videos. This is back when I used Capwing. It's not known. And for some reason, I used a lot of audio clips and a lot of funny memes to make the video funny, right? It would have been a good video, trust me. But Capwing was like, yeah, these are big time copyright. You can't really use these. So I was like, well, shit. Looks like the video is scrapped. So that is the first video I ever had to scrap for my channel. I've only had to scrap, I think, 2 or 3 videos. I've only had to scrap 3 videos on my entire channel. That was the first one. So the Revival album review never came out, and it never will. But there you go. I talked about it now. All right, number 11. You know, some of these albums fell off for me. Some of these albums they were a lot higher at first. Now they're down below. Number 11, Music to Be Murdered By, Side B. Side B. Yeah. It's just like, you know, I'm actually somewhat of an avid defender of the original MTBMB. But Side B, while it does have a few songs, right, like ever since the first time I heard this album, I love Alfred's Theme. Alfred's Theme is an amazing song. I know every single word to it. The beat is incredible. I love Alfred's Theme. Discombobulated, basically a revival song, or not revival, basically a Relapse song. Love that with the whole accents. That's awesome. I think She Loves Me is insanely underrated. Very, very catchy song. Yeah, but besides that, it's just kind of, you know, at this point, we're kind of getting tired of new Eminem, right? Like newer era Eminem that people don't like. I still like it, but people don't really like it. It's starting to get dwelling out a little bit. Like the song Nat, I used to love. Now it's just all right. You know, there's some corny lines in there, and you know there are still some corny tracks on here, like Killer. Tone Deaf is pretty corny and cringy, and I don't like it. Kind of dry. It's kind of dried up. While it does have some songs on it, it's kind of dried up. Sorry, Eminem. All right, number 10. This album, even though it's this low, this album means a lot to me because this was the first Eminem album I got to experience actually the rollout of. Actually, probably the second. Yeah, probably the second because I do remember when Side B came out. But, yeah, number 10, The Death of Slim Shady, his newest and latest album. Man, one of the greatest days of my life. July 12th, 2024. One of the best days of my life. I'll never forget. I was planning on doing an all-nighter for this album. It came on at midnight. I heard this album 3 times. Me and my friend were up till 6 a.m. I had to work that next day. So the plan was I was up till 6 a.m. I went to bed from 6 to 2 p.m., then went to work. And that day at work, I couldn't walk because I was exhausted. Because my body was like, why'd you go to bed at 6 a.m.? I don't know. I did not have a channel in 2024, but if I did, you would have definitely saw a review of this album, for sure. But this album predates my channel. I know my channel is only 2025, but yeah, if my channel was a thing in 2024, you would definitely seen a video for this. Yeah, this album I don't really go back to a whole lot. While I did love it when it came out, and it definitely was one of my top albums of 2024, as time, I kind of forget about it. I kind of do. Once again, a lot of great songs off it, though. I love Fuel with JID. Banger. Evil, also a banger. Great song. Temporary, very, very sad song with Skylar Grey. Beautiful song. Love that song. Somebody Save Me with Jelly Roll. I actually really enjoy. Yeah, there's other pretty solid rapping performances on this album. Like, you know, Renaissance, the first intro is pretty solid. And, you know, the whole idea of him bringing back his old voice for this new album is pretty cool. Like, on Brand New Dance, which is basically just an encore song, that's pretty cool. But this album is one that I don't really go back to a whole lot, and it's kind of forgettable, like, in terms of just, like, every song of this album. I loved Houdini when it came out, but Houdini now, it's a good song, but in the context of the album, eh. And same thing as Toby. When Toby came out, I was a pretty okay fan of that song. Now, Toby's like a mid-song. Why put Big Sean and Babytron on the same song? They sound the same. Why would you do that? Anyways, next album. Number 9. You thought it was going to be me putting all his new albums at the bottom. Oh, no. Number 9, Encore. Encore has always been towards the bottom for me, really. Encore has always been, like, towards the bottom. And I have a very simple explanation for that. The second half of this album is very mid. Not good and mid. I don't like it. I don't love it. Yeah, once again, Encore does have some great songs, right? Like Toy Soldiers and Mockingbird, 2 great hit songs. Love those songs. I'm not a fan of political stuff, but Mosh is a pretty aggressive song, pretty good song. Evil Deeds, very good intro, very awesome beat. And then on the Encore Deluxe Edition, you have Love You More, which, oh my gosh, is one of his best songs of all time. Love You More is just fucking excellent. Amazing love song. But obviously people like to talk about, you know, how the middle section sucks, right? Like you got Puke, My First Single, Rain Man, Big Weenie. I actually don't hate Big Weenie. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, and same thing as Puke. My First Single and Rain Man, yeah, they're pretty bad. But no, the part that pisses me off is the ending. After Mockingbird, what the fuck is there? One Shot, Two Shot? No. Crazy in Love, I kind of dislike. Spend Some Time? Boring. The Encore song? Kind of boring. We As Americans is okay, and Ricky Tikki Tok is just, eh. It ruins the momentum of the album, because the first half of this album is actually pretty solid. Once again, Never Enough and Yellow Brick Road, kind of slept on songs. The Encore for me will always be towards the bottom for me in terms of like his early stuff. All right, number 8. I did a whole review of this album. When this video comes out, I will put in the description the 3 reviews I have for Eminem albums, because I go more in depth about each song. Number 8, Music to Be Murdered By, the original Side A. Once again, I reviewed this album. This album it's fine. I've never hated it. In terms of his newer stuff, I've never hated it. It's just been kind of, it's just, you know, been kind of there. Once again, a lot of great songs in this album. Why does every single person hate Ya Ya? Ya Ya is my favorite song off the album. I think Black Thought raps his fucking ass off. Like, he just kills it. I think he actually out-raps Eminem. Unaccommodating, obviously, Godzilla and Darkness. A lot of good collabs on this album. No Regrets with Don Toliver. Lock It Up with Anderson .Paak. A lot of solid songs. Those Kind of Nights. That song should not be a thing. Yeah, it's a solid album. Once again, I go more in depth in my album review, so just watch that after this video. But it's just, yeah, it's number 8. Number 7, controversial opinion how this album's all the way down at 7. Number 7, the Slim Shady LP. His start. This is where it all started. His start. 1999, big album. Everyone loves it. And I don't blame you. There's a lot of good songs off this album. Role Model is fucking awesome. Rock Bottom, amazing song. Guilty Conscious, the back and forth between him and Dre, awesome. Even though he wrote Dr. Dre's lyrics, that's okay. I could give him a pass for that. Once again, there are still some slept on songs in his early albums. Like, for example, the song Bad Meets Evil, the first song between him and Royce, very underrated, very solid. I think the second half of this album kind of goes under the radar a little bit, like the whole I'm Shady, the whole As the World Turns. Yeah. Just Don't Give a Fuck is actually kind of alright. I'll never forget the first time I ever heard this album. 97 Bonnie and Clyde scared the fuck out of me. That's why I don't like that song. It scared the living shit out of me. The first time I ever heard that album, I was in my room. It was dark. There was no lights on. It was probably midnight. Oh my god, that song terrified the shit out of me. Just the whole process of him taking his dead wife and putting her in the ocean with his baby daughter. No, too scary. But Slim Shady LP, there's still some bangers on there. I just like better albums by him. Number 6, this album would be towards the bottom for every single person, but I've always enjoyed this album, but it's not perfect, unfortunately. Number 6, I also reviewed this album, Kamikaze. I believe this was my 3rd video, not counting my channel trailer. This was my 3rd video ever on my channel. Kamikaze by Eminem. Yeah, I love this album. Awesome album. Amazing album. There are some bangers on this fucking album. The Ringer, banger. Lucky You, banger. Not Alike, banger. Fall, banger. There's some bangers on this album. I just, I like the idea of him saying fuck you to every single person and just him dissing everybody like he does on Fall. But even though this is the shortest Eminem album, how is it not perfect? You got songs like Nice Guy and Good Guy, which, wow, they are bad songs, especially Nice Guy. Normal and Stepping Stone. I don't like Normal at all. Normal's not a good song. Stepping Stone is not great either. I don't know why. I understand Stepping Stone has some fans, the whole idea of him talking about D12 and how he failed them. I get that cool concept. It's not for me. But Kamikaze, Venom is a song that I don't hate. Yes, the chorus is a little obnoxious, but the rapping's pretty cool. But yeah, Kamikaze, number 6. All right, top 5. Number 5. I know this album's probably going to be higher for every single other person, but it's not higher for me. It's number 5. Number 5, the Marshall Mathers LP. This is where shit was really cooking. The year 2000, this is where shit was cooking. It was sort of like doing this. I mean, and how can it not? Like, I think they're actually pretty similar in albums in terms of like which one's better for Slim Shady LP and Marshall Mathers LP. I think this has higher highs than Slim Shady LP. Like, Stan, one of the most genius songs any genre ever, not even just hip hop. Bitch Please 2, pretty solid posse cut. You got songs like Drug Ballad, songs like Kim. You have to be a ball knower to like Kim. If you're not, you're a pleb. Just, solid songs. Who Knew is great. I think, yeah, The Way I Am, Real Slim Shady, obviously the obvious hits. This album does have Remember Me, which that song is a big whopping case of that. And then you got Kids, the funny song The Kids, off of the clean version. Funny haha hee hee laugh moment where he voices Eric Cartman. Shut up, he has AIDS. That's awesome. But yeah, Marshall Mathers LP, classic album, number 5 for a reason. By the way, one of my biggest hot takes ever is I think Kill You is Eminem's most overrated song. I don't get that song. It's not even catchy. Number 4, this surprise started yesterday when I was going through all these albums and making this ranking. Number 4, this album has always been like towards the middle for me. Yes, I've always said this. I've always defended the album and said like there's actually some sleepers on this album, but holy fuck, this album's amazing. Number 4, the Marshall Mathers LP2. This album's great. This album's fantastic. Oh my god, this album's amazing. First of all, Bad Guy, the first song off the album. Bad Guy, I have always called overrated, but ever since hearing it yesterday, I love this song. I do. Rhyme or Reason, so underrated, okay? Him doing the sample of the Zombies' Time of the Season, awesome. A song about his dad, great. You got So Much Better, a song that I used to hate until yesterday. I was like, this chorus is fucking awesome. Legacy holds a special place in my heart. Berserk's fine. There are, once again, this album's not perfect. You got Asshole, not a fan of that song. Desperation, why is that song a thing? Yeah, there are some, Brainless, Evil Twin, Love Game, him and Kendrick Lamar, which they need to make one more song together. They could do better than what they did. I mean, Evil Twin alone is just Beautiful Pain, Eminem and Sia off the bonus tracks. Wow, what a song. To a point, I do understand the hate for Stronger Than I Was, but I kind of like his singing. You need to go back to this album. If you want to go back to any of these albums, go back to this album, please. This album's actually full of fucking gems. The Marshall Mathers LP. Oh, also, Groundhog Day off the bonus tracks. Are you kidding me? One of his best songs without a hook. I mean, there's a hook technically annoying, but yeah. Number 4, Marshall Mathers LP2. Underrated as fuck. All right, my top 3 have not changed. My top 3 have not changed in a long time. Number 3, Recovery. Recovery is fucking peak. Peak. Once again, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Almost Famous. Not a good song. On Fire. Kind of corny. Love the Way You Lie. Never been a big fan of it, in my opinion. I don't know. It's just one of those radio hits where it's just like, yeah. Cold Wind Blows. No Love, which I think might be his best verse in any song. Could be. White Trash Party, one of those songs that's good to hear every now and then. So Bad, kind of underrated. Seduction, massively underrated. If you want to talk about underrated songs, the bonus tracks. Ridas and Session 1. Ridas. Amazing song. He's rapping over the same beat for 5 minutes. Crazy. I used to hate Not Afraid because I was like, I'm not afraid. Annoying radio hit. I now like Not Afraid. I do. It's a fun hit. It's a fun hit song. It's fun. It's upbeat. Speaking of upbeat, Cinderella Man. What a workout song. There's just bangers. Recovery is a normal album. No skits. No fucking around. He's off drugs. It's fire. Number 2, I did a review of this album. Once again, this was the first video on my channel that kind of got a lot of views in one day. It's awesome. Number 2, Relapse. Yes, my Relapse album review that I recorded at my school in my podcast room that I don't go to anymore. That video got like 150 views in like a day or like a few hours. It was awesome. Relapse, yeah, this album, I mean, dude, I shit you not, by the way. Sport, better than Prime, by the way. Yes, of course I listened to Refill. Of course, I listened to all 31 tracks. Well, like 27 because like skits. But you know what I mean. There are 27 actual songs off this album. Not saying all 27 are good, but I don't think there's any skips. There's not one skip on this whole album. Maybe not. Yes, there are still songs that I don't love, right? Same Song and Dance, not a big fan of it. Careful what you wish for, cause you just might get it. I never understood the hype for that song. My Darling, Must Be the Ganja. I can get ahead of some of his joke songs, but man, you look at like, I understand people's thoughts on Insane. Once again, my whole Relapse album review, I go more in depth. Medicine Ball, a song that no Eminem fan likes but me. I gatekeep the fuck out of that song because it's mine. The 1, 2, 3 run of Deja Vu, Beautiful, and Crack a Bottle. That's insane. Stay Wide Awake. The flow is fucking nasty. You have some songs off Refill that are fire. Obviously, Forever, not his song. It's a Drake song, but still fire. Taking My Ball, love a good joke song. Elevator, one of his best hooks ever. Drop the Bomb on Him, kind of a banger. Relapse is a no-skip album, and I will always love it. And number 1, my favorite Eminem album. This will never change ever. This is a pretty popular opinion for most people. The Eminem Show will always be in my top 30 favorite albums of all time. I mean, it's the fucking Eminem Show. Like, what do you expect? It's the Eminem Show. It's just that good. It's just that good of an album. Drips and Say What You Say are not great songs, but they're not skips. White America, Business. Haley song, one of his best songs ever. Till I Collapse. Say Goodbye Hollywood, underrated. When the Music Stops, also underrated. I don't see a single problem with this album. Without Me, great hit song. Superman, holy fuck, this album's on drugs. This album's on drugs. The Eminem Show will always be that album. It will always be that album for me. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Once again, I will put in the description my 3 Eminem album reviews. Relapse, MTBMB, and Kamikaze. But yeah, just kind of a short little... It's not short, but kind of a quick little video. Once again, this should have been made like a year ago. This video is way overdue. But I'm just trying to slowly get out August content because I'm kind of getting a little tiny more impatient with football, but not too impatient. Let's enjoy the rest of August till we have. I'm looking for, I think, at least 3, I'm thinking at most 3 videos before I do like predictions and the whole NFL spiel. At most 3 videos, no more than that. Could be 2, we'll see. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.